YouTube, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel. If you guys saw my previous video, you guys know that this video is about meth injection for my 3.0 A6. I decided to take this video out here because I also wanted to show you guys something real quick. Next video, I'm gonna be installing some catless downpipes. Got some heat shielded catless downpipes. It's got two sets of resonators. You guys can see right here. So here's the good stuff. So we got the valve mufflers, Alibaba spec. If you guys know, you know. But yeah, we got a valve muffler here, and we obviously have another one underneath. So we're gonna be replacing the S4 mufflers with the valve exhaust. We have the whole kit. It's all under here. I just don't really feel like taking everything out. But yeah, I'm gonna bring you guys back inside where we are gonna start working on the actual reservoir and pump mounting bracket. So yeah, I'm gonna bring y'all back once I'm done with all this stuff. Peace. Okay, so here is the 3D printed reservoir bracket over here. Pretty much just have the reservoir mounted with 4 M8 screws and 4 M8 nuts, and then the pump clicks in, and then you also use 4 M6 nuts and 4 M6 screws with some washers to lock it in place. I'm about to go ahead and install the 1/8 MPT fittings using the supplied sealant that Nitrous Express provides, which is the blue Loctite. It's right here. They used to provide E6000. Apparently they don't use it anymore, so we're going to be using blue Loctite. So actually, before we do any of that, we're going to want to do the low level sensor. So you're going to want to drill out a hole using a step bit, and then you're going to put the sensor inside the reservoir and fish out the wires. And I just put some tape so it's easier to fish out, but once you get that done, I'll show you guys the next step. Okay, so really quick before I start the clip, I forgot to put on the rubber grommet before I showed you in the last clip. So before you do everything, put in the rubber grommet, make sure it goes in the hole all good, and yeah. So yeah, I got the grommet in here, and I have everything nice and tight, and you could feel the grommet expanding once you tighten it, and that's how you know it makes a nice seal. But yeah, now we're able to go on to the next step of the install. Okay, so really quick, I just wanted to show you guys that you want the level sensor to be flat and not sticking downwards or upwards. You want it to be flat because once the water is in, the level thing will go up, and that will tell the sensor or the VC50 controller that there is fluid in the tank. Just want to make sure that it's how I have it set right here so that you have a accurate reading. Okay, so next I moved on into installing the MPT fittings into the pump. These were installed with the provided blue Loctite. Just put a decent amount on there. I just covered all the threads on both sides and then installed them. I used an adjustable wrench like this, but I'd like to say that when you're installing it, be easy on the threads because it is a plastic housing. Okay, so next what I did was I installed the reservoir's 90-degree fitting onto the reservoir with the blue Loctite again. Alright, so next what I'm going to be doing is I'll be wiring up the gauge and everything. If you guys can see, there's nowhere for the wires to go. I already checked. It's just an AC vent, so you're going to want to pop off this cover, right? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little tiny hole just right here to pop the wires down here. Alright, once you got that off, that was really not that hard. Pretty much this thing is right up here, like that little hump right here. So the wires are pretty much going to come down here. I'll go through here and make my way down to the bottom, because what I'm going to eventually end up doing, I'm going to use the wire like this. I'll stick it through the little boot. I'll show you guys later when I end up doing it, but I'm going to stick it through there, and then that way I'll be able to stick the wires to it and route it all the way through. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go get the Dremel, go get a vacuum, and just do a small little hole and start routing these things down. You can see the hole. I'm gonna just clean all this up and deburr everything, because if you can see, it's burred up. But yeah, here's what I'm doing. I got like this metal rod, got it going through down here, right? All I did was, if you guys can see, there's like a little hole right here. Just took my fingers in that hole and pulled it down. I don't know if I could get you in the right angle, but I pulled it down. You could see my finger. And I just took the rod, put it through there. And now what I'm gonna do is first I'm gonna connect everything, make sure I get as most wires I can, and start crimping on extra wire. Real quick, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just tape this up, drop this weed whacker thing down below, tape it up, and then drag it up just to, it's the easiest way. All right, dropped it down below. I'm gonna just tape it up, and yeah. All right, so I've extended all the wires. You guys can see. Extended them and got them through the little hole, like I said. Yeah. I think this is gonna be more than enough, so now I'm gonna go into the engine bay and move the ECU. I'll be able to go to that grommet and stick the same thing that I used, that little metal rod. Stick it through the grommet, and then I'll connect it to the end of these and push it all the way through the grommet. All right, so I got the rod going through. If you guys can see there. Ooh, it's hard to see. But yeah, I got the rod through. I'll show you guys where it comes out. Okay. So if you guys look through that little hole that you have over here, if you look in this direction, there you go. Just look through that hole in that direction, through this hole. You'll be able to see it right there, right? So I'm just gonna go ahead, grab it with my pliers, and I'll pull it out. All right, this was my contraption. It's just all taped up. Put some lube on there so it would slide through. But yeah, we got all the wires. Oops, got all the wires through. If you guys can see. Oh. Yep. But yeah, so I'm just gonna start routing things to where they gotta go. All right, guys. Well, it's the next day. If you guys can tell, it's very bright outside. I put my ECU back in because I'm gonna be turning on the car real quick after I connect this. So it's just a fuse tap. I'm using the bigger fuses. If you guys know, there's two sets of fuses here. One is mini, and I forget the other name for the fuses, but I'm using the bigger ones. But I'm gonna be tapping into the rear door. Took out the fuse. It was right here. But I'm gonna be tapping into the fuse and seeing if that works. Before, I was tapping into the small mini 15 amp fuse. But yeah, what I'm gonna do now is pretty much just fuse these together. I'm just gonna tap them and then plug it into the fuse and turn on the ignition and see if the gauge pod turns on. Want to do it again? Yeah, do it again. Just hold it out there, I guess. Alright guys, so I'm back. I've tried so many different things. I've tried the 30 amp fuse, I've tried a bunch of fuses. For some reason, the controller does not want to receive any power, which is weird. I'm not sure why that is. So for the moment, I've capped off everything. I'm assuming they're gonna make me send back the original controller. They're probably gonna get me a new one. Yeah, this is very unfortunate, and I'll bring this back when I get a new controller, or whatever the case might be.
6 months later.
I'm gonna go ahead, take off this with two T25s, and then I'll show you what's next. Alright, got them loose. out. It's gonna be connected through here, out this way. Make sure you have your battery disconnected, and then you can pull this. It just clips on right here with this plastic thing. It's kind of hard to do with one hand. I'll try and get you guys in a position where you can see, but it's fine. That's really easy. And then for the clips, just pull on them back. Yeah, just pull on it. Alright. Then there's one on the other side. See how it clipped out? One on the other side. They're two separate plugs, so if you want, you could just pull out the one that you unclipped first. But I just do both at the same time. Then gently slide it back. Make sure it comes out easy. And just like that. Just set it somewhere safely. You could just move this aside, but these are T20s. One here, one here. There you go. One right there, and right here. Oh wait, there's actually another one right back here. My wires are covering it. Right there. I'm gonna go ahead and loosen them up, and then this black cover, fuse box cover, will come off. But let me get to it, and then after that you'll get these two 10mm nuts, but I'll show you guys what to do. Got all 5 bolts. Okay. Just pull it off. Yeah, I got them all. Hold up. It's the plug in the way. Pull it out. Set it somewhere safe. But yeah, these are 10 mils. This is what I'm working with. Because I need to clear this little plastic thing. It's getting annoying. But make sure it's on off first before you freaking start tightening it. I can loosen that up with my hand. And the other one, so it's like right behind this little insulation part. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take that off. I'm gonna get a magnet as well. Once you get it off with the magnet, what we're gonna do, leave these right here because this thing won't entirely come out, obviously, because of all the wires. But there's there's like a little nipple down here. You just pop it out. Okay, just pull it up. Make sure this side gets free. There you go. And just lift it up pretty much. It's kind of hard to do with one hand, so I'm gonna go ahead, find the ground wire. I'm gonna do this all off camera. Please don't ask me how I got here. I don't want to talk about it. Motherfucking bro, I disconnected the ground because I had to make the ground wire longer, and the ground bolt fell and went down in between this thing, and I just got it out. It just fell. Where is it? Wait, where is it? Oh, it's right here. But yeah, all that for that. It's crazy. Oh yeah, we got power. So it works. I'm gonna go disconnect the battery again. Make sure I wire everything else up. That took way too long. Oh, man. But I'm so glad it worked. I'll show you guys what I do next. I'm gonna rewire all the wires because right now I only got power and ground. Let's test this out. But we got all these wires to connect to these wires. And then we gotta install everything like we were supposed to in the beginning. All right, here's the setup really quick. We got the reservoir mounted, pump, everything's nice and connected. Got the little sensor clipped in. If you guys can see, solenoids all mounted. It's gonna be kind of a tough fit. I don't know if you guys could really see here. Let me try and get a better angle for you guys. So it's gonna come up from here and then have to go to this solenoid with the check valve. And then from out here, I'm gonna have to loop it back through here, and then I'm gonna have it come out through here. Oh, it's kind of hard to see. Through there, right there. Okay, so let's move this a little bit. I guess it's hard to tell. Got it connected down there. There you go. Got a little loop-de-loop. Right now it's looking pretty clean. Everything's kind of like right in line with each other. I was looking around, we don't have any extra chicken wire, so this is gonna stay open for the time being. If any leaves get in there, I'm sure it'll be fine. But yeah, I mean, it's going pretty good right now. All right, y'all, really quick update. So I'm not sure where I updated you guys last. I'm pretty sure it was when I made the hole. So got the hole, everything's lined up, everything's tightened down. As you can see, I'm working on the wiring. I'll show you guys what I did for the grounds, because this is a part that I was kind of confused on. All three of these, the level sensor, the pump, and the solenoid, they all need a ground. So I did a common ground. So if you guys could see here, I used a butt connector. It's like a 3-way wire. Crimped it to the connector, and then heated it up, and you know, connected it that way. What I'm planning on doing is using the wiring tape that I'm using on this one. I'm gonna make these look like one wire all this stuff up. Tested the pump even without any water. I know it's not good for the pump, but I did it once just to make sure that my wiring was good before I start buttoning everything up. The pump turned on, so I'm guessing everything here is good. Just finished looming everything up, making it all nice. Zip tied it, obviously, to that. And then there's another zip tie up there. The fuse is over here. I put an inline fuse for the power for the pump. It's easily accessible. Boom, just pull it out. Just fix it. There you go. Can't really see any wires until you get to this side. I'm not done wiring in the boost sensor or whatever. I got that over there. I'm gonna just do that right now, but can't really see any wires until back here, and the ECU will be covering it and the windshield washer fluid. That's that. I got this all wired up. Just gotta swap the Supercharger tomorrow, and then I have boost juice coming in. Actually, I lied. I have ordered some VP Racing 50/50 blend, so that's what I'm going to be using. I have all the routing done, or wiring, I mean, routing. You can see how it goes. Loops down from here. My flash is almost dead too, along with my phone, but that's how it goes. And then from there, it goes into the little grommet. Right. Oh gosh, right there. And then it goes up here to the intake. I'll show you guys later what that looks like. All the wiring goes through there, all the way around, back down. Those are my grounds. Then it sneaks down below there. You can't really see anything, but there's my boost sensor. But yeah, my phone's actually about to die, so I'm trying to go as fast as possible. And I also gotta piss. But I'll see you guys on the next update. Yeah, this is something I really didn't want to do. Sorry. It's the next update. Not gonna take out the Supercharger just yet. I also have to fix my oil filter housing leak, which is what I'm gonna do once I get this off. But first, I kind of want to get this cleaned up because this is a mess, and I don't want to start any more work with all this stuff out. So I'm gonna finish up cleaning everything up for the mat, and then I'll start working on the Supercharger. But I was just trying to mock this up because I marked before where I need a cut for the reservoir cap, but turns to find out, I don't even know why it took me so long to realize, but nothing. The solenoid hits right here. The line is like right here. So what I'm gonna end up doing is just trimming this whole thing off. I really didn't want to mount everything in the trunk, so this is what I get. But yeah, I'm gonna go get a Dremel bit, probably like the little circular blade, and get to work. Yeah, just cut it off, sanded it down, got it all nice. But yeah, got the circle cut out, everything fits. Everything fits pretty nicely. All right, quick little update. Got the other Supercharger off. I know it looks crazy over here. This is not how it's gonna look like for you. Usually you could just pull this right off, but mine's connected to the PCV relocation, so I just got it up here. But If you guys can see, definitely leaking some oil from back here. It's like my third time replacing the gasket. A genuine Audi OEM gasket ordered from FCB Euro. Gonna be replacing it with this. So I'm gonna go ahead, crack off the bolts. I'm not gonna show you guys this, it's pretty simple stuff. I'll give you guys a few tips real quick. If you guys are doing the same thing, where is the sensor? Disconnect this sensor, it's clipped back here. The wire is right here, it's connected to the big black one. So it just unclips. This fat wire I just leave because it doesn't really bother anything, but that one usually stops you from pulling it out all the way. Unclip your secondary air injection so it could move a little bit because you're going to need the room, because these studs are going to stop it from pulling out all the way. Yeah, if you have the PCV relocation, I mean, I guess you could just do what I did. But yeah, I'll catch you guys once I'm done with the install, and then I'm going to install the supercharger. Alright, so I got them all off. There's a total of 4 pieces of hardware holding it on. One of them is a nut for the stud. There's 2 long bolts. You're gonna have to move the thing a little bit to get the top one out, but it comes out pretty easily. As you can see, my thing is loose. Pretty much got it pretty much off. That's wonderful. Quick update. Got the bolts hand tightened in there. Placed the gasket. It honestly didn't look all too bad. It did look a little flattened. I mean, I don't know. Like hard as a rock. So yeah, I'll bring you guys back probably when I got the next charger on. This one's just sitting, but when I got the red one on, I'll bring y'all back. Alright, I got everything tightened down. 2 long bolts and the nut are both 13 millimeters, or Newton meters, sorry. Gosh. And then the 10 millimeter size hex thing is 9 Newton meters. I did the 9 Newton meter one first, and then it went 13. But yeah, that's that. I'm gonna reconnect everything, get it ready for the new supercharger to get on, and then I'll show you guys the update then. All right, so I got everything hooked up. Everything is torqued down. I just got a rag. This is not what I'm using. I have some PNS, or interior cleaner, or whatever it's called, in this bottle, and that's what I'm going to be using to clean everything up. I don't know if I showed you, I think I did, but we got the reservoir cap right here, so I could just fill it up whenever. Got the intake in, almost hooked up. I finished tightening that nut. It's kind of what it looks like. Everything's pretty clean. Can't even tell that it has meth. But yeah, I'm gonna go finish up tightening that down because you can see the clamps like lopsided. I did the routing for the boost. There's a worm clamp on there. Got zip tied to my divorce reservoir, and then it loops back around through here and then into there. I know I went crazy with the worm clamps, but yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead, button everything up, make sure everything is nice, fill up the reservoir while I got it open, and yeah, that's pretty much gonna be it for today. Tomorrow I'm gonna give it a rip, and I'll get you guys some clips there. All right, y'all, real quick, you can see I'm back in here. I was supposed to be testing the stuff, but while I was testing, I found out that I don't know if my boost sensor is bad. This is my second one now. But it's very weird. Like, it was erratic at first. Like, I would get like 50 psi while like idling, but then it would work, right? It would go up as I was revving, and like as I was driving, like it should, it would get like to 24 or something like that. But it's weird because it was like super erratic. So I'm gonna try go ahead and figure it out. I'm gonna put on the other sensor. I had it really nicely wired and tucked in, but go ahead and take it out. All right, y'all, finally I got it working. I'm back again at the gym, but got the gauge working. Dude, it's been so weird. It's been reading like on and off and stuff. It was weird, but it looks to be working now. I was driving around giving it some boost, and it seemed like a good number. So I'm just at the gym now. It's gonna be warm on Saturday,
I know I've been doing like 30 of these update clips. It's gonna be warm out Saturday, so Saturday I'll get y'all updated. Yeah, but the car's running great. I have injection off, you guys can see. Boom. But everything's running good. Doesn't have any hiccups or anything, other than like obviously the sensor. But regardless, we got it working now, which I'm very happy about. Just wanted to update y'all. I'm not gonna make it too long, so I'll catch y'all when I'm actually driving the car again. Okay, quick update, guys. So it's getting a little warmer here in Chicago, so soon I'll be doing the clips for the meth. Added some weather stripping around the hole. Made the hole slightly bigger as well from the last clip that you guys seen, so that I could actually like remove the cover without loosening up the cap, which is good. I don't know if I showed you guys the catch can setup. It's really self-explanatory. Diaphragm, catch can, back to the intake right there. But yeah, meth's been spraying good. I've been doing some pulls here and there and it works great. That's pretty much that. I'll catch you guys with some clips soon. I'll show y'all real quick.